But for today's video, you can see we are at another, different angle. So I thought for today's video, we could do a coloring video. Haven't done one of these since the last house. So for this, now for them, I'm going to be coloring both. Or two, I mean. So this one, again, kept simple. The other one's pretty simple too. But for this time of year, I thought, of course, do a Halloween themed one. The last one we're going to do is a Halloween mixed in with Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Since, of course, it is October, I wanted to include both. So this one, of course, we have Ghostface. I do a little telephone here. What's your favorite scary movie? And I think of popcorn, kind of go with the quote. So again, pretty simple, of course. I have, and of course, this other little tiny mic here that will hopefully pick up the coloring sounds. So, of course, like I've mentioned before in plenty of my coloring videos or just art drawing video or, art related videos is what I'm trying to say. I am never going to miss an opportunity to show off my art. So, let's go ahead and get started. I already have the colors out that I'm going to need for this one here. So I'm going to start with the telephone. I'm going to put this mic right here. Hopefully it will pick it up. But I hope you guys enjoy these kind of videos. And of course, to check out any of my art, definitely go check out my art page. Everything is always linked down below. Of course, if you are a little newer here, maybe you haven't seen those videos I've posted like this. If you're wondering why I am wearing a glove, that's because I like to wear one when I am coloring everything in so that I don't get marker or, well, it's mostly the marker, but on my hand here, it makes it a little easier than to keep washing my hands, of course. I will also give you guys a better look at these once they are done. I know the angle in trying to do this is it's a pain in the butt. So, I will definitely do that. Alright, that is done. Alright, let's see. Next, I'm going to go with green. I am going to color the popcorn thing here green. I try to keep everything like Halloween related colors. But of course, this is what I like to do. At least I try to keep busy when I am next. Alright, that's done. I realize I forgot to grab orange. Right, which is right here. Alright, now I'm going to color in the popcorn. Alright. Now I'm going to color the little popcorn container thing here. Gonna color the orange in like a lighter shade of green. Alright. I'll go in with the green. This is Granny Smith apple that I like to use, especially when I am coloring or doing a zombie theme drawing. I like to try and stay in that theme, kind of. Right. And take back out certain colors for the next drawing. Alright, so now we're going to draw in, or color in rather, ghost face. I figured keep the one color I'm going to use the most last. But I think I'm going to color in his hoodie real quick. And then I am going to take just a little bit of a break, kind of stretch my legs and whatnot, and then come back, of course, with the second one. So, do this really quick. I don't remember if I asked already, but what is your favorite scary movie? Let me know down in the comments. Now, I don't really have like a particular favorite, honestly. I think I've mentioned in a video before, I am not like too big on scary movies. Even though there are some that I will watch, if that makes sense. Like, I've seen like bits and pieces of this movie, of course, Scream. I really couldn't tell you which ones though. I think I actually need to sit down and actually watch them. I mean, of course, I get the gist of them, but I've never actually watched them. But I enjoy the Chucky movies, even though honestly I think I've watched them all, but Chucky's Bride. I probably seen again like bits and pieces, but I don't really think I've ever actually watched the whole thing. That and the Halloween movies, even though it's mostly kind of been like the newer ones in a way. I have seen a little bit of the original, I couldn't tell you which one because I feel like there's so many. But I love the Insidious movies, although I do have to still watch the last one. As well as the It movies. The original, because, of course, and then the newer ones. Alright, there we go. I'm not gonna go all the way down. Alright, and then what I kind of like to do sometimes, I'll take gray here and I'll go lightly over the face. I'll do that sometimes even when I draw Pennywise. I don't know why, but I like how it looks a little. Again, I don't go too crazy, just ever so lightly. Since I know they kind of go through a lot, I think a little bit in the movies anyways. Alright, as mentioned, I'm going to take a little bit of a break now. I will get a closer look of both of them once I am done with both of them. So let me stretch my legs a little bit since my right one here is kind of hurting. And we'll be back to color in the second one. Alright, we are back. So now the second one we're going to work on is Save the Beauties. Of course, a little play on words thing there. I wanted to kind of mix in a little bit of Halloween and Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Since, of course, we are in October, I do know someone who has went through it. So, you know, if you are watching, you're going through it, or you know someone who is, or has beat it, of course, here you are. Even if they unfortunately didn't make it, still, I mean, alright, I'm gonna go in with the pink first. I almost mixed in like just Halloween, but I really wanted to incorporate two different things. So I hope you guys do end up liking this. I said I do know someone who has unfortunately went through this. Thankfully, she is still around and she beat it. Again, if you are someone who is watching or again know someone who is currently going through it, I am praying it for you. Okay, we are done with the pink. Let's see. Go on with the black now. which one is your favorite. And definitely stay tuned for when I post these on my art page. Like I said, everything is always linked